my best intro.
All right, that's fine.
I'm Quasi,
Josh.
and over here on the pod, we talk about real life shit. You understand? Real life shit
Yep.
stuff
Yeah,
all day.
Yeah, it's them from relationships to self-improvement to
Music, anime, whatever we're feeling that week, whatever is culturally relevant.
yes, and I'd say this this next one here is definitely just relevant in terms of like I guess the how the modern church is for I you know I guess for this time anyway. I'm referring to a video that I've seen of a certain pastor, Mr. Marvin Sapp. I'm gonna name drop him because it
Yeah.
was legit.
If we find the clip, I'm gonna insert it.
Cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed.
Here.
Yeah,
Okay.
more than likely it'll be easy to find. But yeah, let's say there's certain ways you can go about getting your offering tithes or whatever.
Of course, Praise Jesus, now give me money.
Yeah, sure. That's a blunt way of doing it, and honestly, that isn't as bad as what this guy did, which he basically said, "There's about 1,000 of you in this room right now. Ushers, close the doors."
Like, hold up, sir. What?
It's just like he said, he did not stutter. Close the doors.
Close the doors.
He was
It's about 1,000
deadpan serious.
of y'all in here right now. Listen, it's about 1,000 of y'all watching online.
Yeah, basically he was asking for the amount of $40K in offering tithes.
$40,000. 40 bands.
Yeah, out of offerings. Just
He said, "I want to go band for band with the mega churches." You hear me? Like
it might have been one of them type of mega churches. I don't know what like the setting was, but
yeah.
regardless of what kind of church it was, that is ridiculous.
That is absolutely insane. And this is why a lot of people this is why people are straying away from Christianity, like as a whole, as like a religious group with Christians, that kind of like bad behavior, because I'm just going to call it what it is. It is not, I don't think that that's like good advertisement for the religion. I don't think that that's good stuff.
It gives Christians a very bad rep.
Makes it look like a cult. Makes it look like a bad cult, like they're just trying to shake you down for some cash. Like,
yeah, either
Not
that
good.
or just like very much in like the, I don't know if it's the like blasphemy type of thing, but it's just like you're using like you're basically using like, well, I don't know if he necessarily said like the Lord's word or anything like that, but he's basically using his status or where he's at to just like, hey, let me get this money out of you, that sort of thing.
Which I think is 100% wrong. You should not do.
Yeah, when it comes to certain things like your faith or your religion, the thing is like you're trying to look at it from like a spiritual sense or like a sense of morality type of thing. That's where you get those types of senses from that.
Yeah.
And basically try to or if basically you do like basically stray away from those materialistic physical things. It's just
Yeah, it's a complex issue here that we're dealing with. So the different aspects of it are this, like you're saying, the spiritual aspects of the individual, and the morality of the whole situation and all that. Like all of that comes from like inner work, like how you see and perceive the world, like how you interact with things.
yeah.
But the issue that we're having here with like stuff happening in churches like that is that the church, I think, because it's an organization that does need to keep the lights on, it does need to keep like the pastor's gotta buy his next Range Rover. Oh, like people gotta eat, money, and money is a thing in this world, and I think that there's kind of a little bit of struggle there when you're trying to spread the good word, but you also need to keep the lights on. That doesn't excuse their behavior. That's just like me looking for a reason as to why they're acting like that, and not being more charitable or being more understanding of people's situations, because I don't know the rules like that. Like, yeah, I read the Bible a little bit, still working my way through it, but like,
as am I.
Yeah, as from my understanding, it's supposed to be like what, like 10% of your of what you earn or something like that. What's tithing? How much is it?
Well, I don't know about like a percent. It's whatever you put in the darn basket.
It's whatever you put in the basket. So, and my man's is here like, yo, put everything you got in the basket. You understand what I'm saying? Do you want to get to heaven?
Yeah,
he's selling snake oil, but like it's labeled holy water. Like, you remember those old commercials back in the day?
I'm just thinking about
those old like those old infomercials where they were selling like holy water and stuff, and they were like, were like, yeah, just go ahead and call 800-56 whatever, and then like we'll get someone on the line with you. They'll say a prayer, and we'll send you this holy water. We blessed it, and they send you whatever bullshit in a bottle, like.
Yeah,
like I'm sorry. Just one more thing, and
yeah,
I don't like the idea of like having like sort of holding salvation at like away from people, like the barrier being like, are you gonna give me money? Then you can talk to God, or like you have to go through another person. You have to go through this entity. You have to like do this thing with money or with your time or with whatever before you can like have a relationship with God. And I don't think that's like
that's never been the case. No, that's never been the case.
And I think the people who like try and convince other people that they have to, like these pastors and stuff who are talking about like how you have to like go through them or you have to like pay them or
no,
like I don't think that's the way that you're supposed to be doing stuff.
No, you're just let's be real. As far as like a pastor or anything like that, you may have a lot of influence and stuff, but at the end of the day, you're just a voice for addressing the word for the rest of the people to adhere to. You can give your point of view on it, sure. Or you can, give, a different, or a simpler meaning to it so people can understand, sure. But at the end of the day, you're nothing more than that. Because at the end of the day, you don't really need the church in order for you to actually have a connection with the Lord.
I agree.
Yeah. And again, judging from, again, as far as like, how I go about just whether it be prayer or just connecting with God or anything like that. It's nowadays I haven't been to church in like years, and I don't know, I have definitely a better understanding than when I was in said church when I was younger, mind you, but still.
Yeah. Same with me. And I still don't necessary. I don't know. Where I fall in like the religious thing. If I want to call myself a Christian, like completely. If I want to like do all of that,
I mean,
like
there's been such like so much impurities with it, and just
I go back
me
and forth with
questioning
like
it.
wanting to do it a lot.
I don't blame you. Right now, I'm kind of on the fence with with just Christianity in general, but not to say like the people as a whole. There are definitely good folks who actively have like the right purpose for wanting to spread the
Absolutely,
word and
there's
all
people with
that.
good intentions in the world. I think that there's genuine people in the religion. It's not. I don't think it's a problem with like the teachings, or I think there's power behind the name Jesus Christ.
Of course.
But like when we talk about like the community, or like there are good people in the group, but there are many bad apples.
Oh, for sure.
Like I don't even think that that's like a debatable topic. There are many like not well-intentioned people within like the Christian group community,
Oh yeah, that's
and
for sure.
I don't know that I would like to be called a part of that.
No,
But
no.
I do think that it's important to still have that relationship with God, because God is real, you know.
Oh no, for sure. Again, with the amount of times he's again giving me like a guideline throughout my life, then he is definitely real.
Yeah,
So I can't really say he's not. Otherwise, I would not even be
I
here
wouldn't be
doing
alive. Yeah,
and not alive, not even be right here doing what I'm doing today. Dude, both my everyday life and just right here doing this podcast.
facts, B, facts.
But yeah, it's yeah, for me as far as like that aspect of it, I definitely come to question a lot as far as like with, just Christianity in general. And of course I do want to have a, better understanding of, of the Lord, through, reading my Bible and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
just connecting with certain people who are of that same mindset. But I don't know, when I see like videos like that,
It leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
definitely does. It's just terrible, and he should be ashamed of that. Like,
Absolutely.
oh yeah, it was worse though. It's like it's literally it's our people doing that shit
The fact that
again.
it was a black church that did it, yo, like what? What?
Yeah,
Like
it's just,
why? Why must we have to come online to see this?
honestly, it
like,
gives so much like spare change head ass. Just
like, 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 what are you doing? Like, he's not begging; he's demanding. Open your wallets.
bro, like
Open up that purse.
yeah,
I
that's
need 40K now.
he might as well said run your pockets.
Basically.
Yes.
Bro, did you ever watch Umar, like Dr. Umar Johnson? This is separate from the Christianity thing, but like it gives this energy. Umar Johnson on like live stream asking for donations.
Oh, I
Like,
haven't even seen him do that.
bro, I'm inserting a clip right
Sister
now.
Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
It's fucking hilarious because he'd be like, he'd be talking shit to his followers like, "Oh, that's all you could get? That's all you could give? It's all right, brother." Like what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Bruh, and I mean, he's successful in some kind of way, I guess.
He's mad entertaining.
Hey,
He's very entertaining.
he is, and with him, there's a lot of there's a lot of different point, different views from him that I do agree on,
Yeah.
and also some that I kind of disagree on. Well, one major one that I definitely disagree on.
Yeah, him and the snow bunnies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, as far as wanting to kind of strengthen the black love basically. I
Yeah,
think that's his main purpose why he's
that's
doing that. I get that for him,
that's
but
beautiful, and I agree with that aspect. I'm all about black love.
of course, same here. But when it comes to love, there is no like appearance, shape, or form when it comes to that. I'll say that right now. If the person that I love in the future happens to be a white woman, Asian woman, Hispanic, so be it. She accepts me for me at that point in time, because who knows who it might could have been. But in that point in time, she was the first one to accept me as that, and I am going to, just follow through with my interest in her.
Right, love and cherish her.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
exactly.
matter what race she is. I think that that's a beautiful thing, dude. And I know I've made comments on the podcast before about my preferences, and I
Yeah.
won't back down from those preferences.
Mm-hmm.
I'm chocolate. I like something sweet.
So
um,
typically that's semi-sweet. But no, for sure.
no,
No,
I like black women. That's my usual preference, but I have no like I love all types of flavors. Like every I sound so terrible. But
every flavor of ice cream. We like
basically,
every flavor.
like I don't discriminate for real. Like not truly. Like I will date like an Asian woman or a Hispanic woman, or I would date like whatever English, white, Caucasian, Middle Eastern,
Mm-hmm.
all of them. I don't care. Indian, especially Indian. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
Surprisingly, yeah.
anyway, yeah. I would, but I've only ever actually dated black women before though, so like that's cool. But I'm cool with interracial dating. I think it's good. I think you should be allowed to love whoever you want to love and however you want to love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. One big like stigma about it that you get from like black people more so is that I don't know when they see someone in public with like say a white girl, they're either dating, they're courting, they're or they're in a relationship with, or
Yeah,
they're
you
even
get that
married.
look.
Get that
Yeah.
look of like, oh, they must not like
Like
us.
you hate your own people. You over
Like,
here dating the I won't use any racial pejoratives right now.
yeah, let's say distaste. They have a distaste for their own race, basically.
Yeah.
Like that's how they think, and when in reality,
It's not even that. It's
it's not
like you fell
necessarily
in
the
love with the
case.
individual.
Exactly, and that individual just so happened to be, not of
Whatever.
that same race.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. It's just a lot of it's a lot of like speculations just that keep going on about certain individuals just based on their certain like, well, I wouldn't even say like preferences, because that's a whole different thing if you're like actually going towards a certain race.
If you're actively pursuing a particular type of person, then there's nothing wrong with that. Do what you want to do. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what you like, you know what you're about, and you're going for it. That's good. But if you're open to expanding your palette and dating people who you might not necessarily have initially been attracted to, you might be surprised. You might be pleasantly surprised. I have been. So like, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give a story because that ended pretty badly. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not asking for a story. I just
It's exclusive for the Patreon if y'all want to ask. When we start that.
Yeah, whatever. I have no stories. I'll say that right now. I'm still a novice out here, but
Your time will come. It's
But yeah, no, especially with like where my background was at, just as far as like growing up and everything. I always grew up around like a whole like mix of people of different races and all that. So it's just like I never really seen like a specific like lean towards.
My nigga said, "I don't see
people.
color."
I'm
He said,
saying
"All
I
lives
don't.
matter." Especially
yeah.
the white one. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, right. Listen, just because I like playing in the snow.
Hey. Oh my gosh.
For real though, again, when I was growing up, it was just a mix of, basically just like a mix of people. So it's like I don't really like necessarily like go for like one
or
specific.
the other.
Yeah, that's
interesting. When I first when I first got like started being interested in women, you know, you hit puberty at like what 11, 12 or whatever.
Yeah.
And like it was actually white girls because that's who I was around.
Okay.
Yeah. So like that's how that got started.
Okay.
But then as I got a little bit older and then I moved into like a black area, I was like, oh.
Okay.
I was like, oh. Like, yeah. So like I think it all just depends on like how you're growing, like who you're around and like how you interact with people and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I guess once people get to that understanding, there won't be as much like, I want to say, ridicule.
Yeah, that is one thing that I really don't like. The hate from other people around, like trying to dictate who it is you're supposed to date or who it is you're supposed to have a preference for, who like the type of girl that like you're supposed to go for. Like, fuck off. Really. Like, you're just upset because you're unhappy with your partner, or you're just unhappy with yourself. Like,
I was gonna say you're probably single.
For sure, single.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the reason why motherfuckers hating.
Yeah, when you're in a relationship, you really don't have time to think about other people in their relationships. You don't really care about that shit.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Well, you shouldn't anyway. You start looking outside the window at the neighbors and stuff, and you think, oh, they're doing so well. They're not. Like,
listen, it's like, as much as I don't give a fuck about what other folks think of me, you think I'm gonna care once I have, actually have a ride or die, someone, beside me? Shoot. I still wouldn't care.
That is another thing I think would be like a good thing to talk about. Like, I've been in a few relationships in my life, maybe one or two. The whole like ride or die versus like the here for now thing. Like what's your take on drawing value from your experience with a person?
Okay, well, first, define here for now.
So I've had relationships where I knew it wasn't gonna last, but like I still wanted to like be with them and enjoy those however long we were gonna be together. So like if I knew like she's not gonna be my wife, but like I want to we have a good thing going and the energy that we have, like I want to keep this going for like a little bit.
I can see the interest that lies in that, but I guess it all depends on what kind of like purpose you want to go for, like, and when it comes to like relationship goals or whatnot.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
If it is, then I mean, you keep on doing what you do. But it's just if we're gonna do something long term, which that's what I prefer, I wouldn't really entertain that.
No, I totally get that, and that's why I asked, because there's there's like two ways that I'm looking at it, and the aspect that I'm leaning more into is like I just like enjoying the time period that I have with that person, versus like thinking about like, all right, well, this is gonna end, and when it ends I'm gonna be sad, and then I have to like figure out another thing in my life. But the other part to that is that it could feel like a waste of time, and I think a lot of people do feel like it's a waste of time, but I don't, because one, I enjoy the experience, and two, like I learned about that person, I learned about myself, that whole thing that happened. Like there's so much to draw from that experience that like I don't know that I could say that I wasted my time.
Yeah, I mean, I could see why it wouldn't be like a total waste at all. Again, from those things, but hopefully not. We're excluding the any like bad stuff that's going on. But
Yeah.
if it was it was just like a short time with them, but y'all still actually had a connection and stuff like that. I can
Yeah.
see why it would
Because passion, it burns hot and fast, like fire.
Yeah, sure, sure, all right, but
And then it ends. Like,
I mean, it ends, but you still remember that,
yeah,
and something that you kind of just kept with you.
yeah. I think fire is a good analogy because it burned, because it hurt, but it felt so good in the moment.
I mean, you might have a pain fetish, my guy.
Oh my god!
But no,
She
but...
strapped me to a chair. No. Oh shit! No.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, but
Yeah,
I can definitely understand from your perspective why that whether regardless of whether it's like short lived,
Mm-hmm.
it was still something you wouldn't like take back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that for me, I don't. Well, again, we'll see once the future happens, because who knows, that might be something I would experience myself. I don't know. But like as far as like my intentions, I'm seeing it, long term. Let's say if I was doing that long term, but then it abruptly it's shortened.
Yeah. How would you take that? You were expecting like a long-term thing, and then it ended up not being that.
That that would suck. That would bite. I will say that right now. That would definitely bite. But thing is, even though this is something is I haven't experienced really, but it'd be something that something like that is it still would never like things of that nature. It never really deterred me from like just keep on moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
If I take it with like the equivalent of like say loss of someone, well, it's obvious you are losing someone, but I'm talking like a death of like someone you love or something like that. It seems like it's that similar vein.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you want to sit there and mourn, and you want to think about this person, but at the end of the day, the world's still revolving, things are still going on. You gotta, and you gotta,
keep
you
it
can't,
pushing.
yeah, you can't just stay, halted. You can't just stay stagnant. You gotta keep on going, because at the end of the day, there are still, things for you if you keep on moving forward.
Life goes on. You can't just stop here because something bad happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. That I want to bring it back to like I see the value in having a ride or die.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've had girls that like I feel like would have like fallen on a sword for me if I asked. You know, and I still have girls that I talk to today that I've known for years that we're not together or anything, but like I know if push comes to shove, like they I can call them.
Yeah, so they're actual, they're in that close circle status, basically.
Yeah, like they're genuinely good people.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think that the value in that is like something that can't be measured. That's like the top notch. Love that.
Right.
Now, if you could have that in a person with a partner that you could be with for life, that'd be great.
Yeah,
but that's kind of hard to find. That's hard to find these days. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Especially like initially, you're starting off like as sort of like initially just meeting them, dating phase and stuff like that. You
gotta figure this thing out, like, and it takes so long to know a person.
Yeah,
Like you can meet her and like y'all don't hit it off like the first date, but like then like you keep going and it's like 3 months down the line you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in love with you. Like,
Yeah,
and
my
she's
opinion.
just certainly blossoms into this amazingly beautiful person that you were really gonna write off like
Yeah,
in
you'd
like
be
after the
surprised.
first date because she was a little bit awkward, but like it's whatever. It
Okay.
happens like that sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking that's one way to go about it. Either that or just like, which, mind you, this is kind of like a double-edged. Oh, well, I wouldn't say double-edged sword, but it's a risky kind of take to it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're close enough with like a friend of like that you're interested in,
Oh, that is a huge risk.
yeah, I was gonna say that. It's like it's definitely a huge risk, but that's someone you actually like you've known like through and through for, let's just say a long amount of time. But I don't even know how you go about popping like the question of like, yeah, I'm interested in taking this like thing
A little
further
bit
type of
further.
thing.
You look at her, you're just like, hey, so I don't even know how to open that conversation.
Yeah.
I don't typically do that. Any girl said I fucked all my friends. I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Okay.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Please.
That was a straight up joke.
I was gonna say, chill.
For a second, I forgot this was public. Like,
Yeah.
suddenly, every girlfriend I have after this is gonna be like, so you fuck all your friends? No, I don't. It was a joke for the pod, bro. Just chill.
It's only gonna be bad if someone clips that. But
No. Okay. In a very okay. Serious talk. When it comes to like girls that are my friends, there is a boundary that like that's there where it's just like you understand where and where not to go. Especially if like even if she's not seeing someone at the moment, then like you kind of need to and you have the thought in the back of your head, but like you can't just act on it because
yeah.
like it depends. Like if you really think that one, you need to know if like she's interested and like if she would want to do that with you, like explore that avenue of like what the relationship could be.
Like you need to like know those telltale signs.
Like would she be into you?
Okay.
And like a lot, and it's kind of hard to tell when she's just your friend because like certain friends like I have like a flirty relationship with, but like that doesn't necessarily mean that we're gonna take it any further than that, you know.
Okay, yeah,
like,
that's true.
Like we just have that kind of energy, and it's just like that. Certain other friends that I've had we had to like kind of get that energy. It was a different kind of energy that had to like get out, and then after that we were just cool. Like you figure out like I made the joke that like I fuck all my friends, but like no, that's I did not fuck all my girlfriends. Like, but like the ones that I have had sex with before, and like we no longer continually have sex. We just friends. Like we're cool, and like we both understand like. Okay, we're not relationship material, and we're not like gonna like continue having sex, but like we do enjoy each other's company, and like that's cool. Like the sort of like the mystery is gone, like,
Okay,
and like you're kind of past all of that, so it's just like, all right, you're cool now.
Okay,
Like
gotcha.
some girls you don't need to do all that with, like you can just like that you're friends because like she's just your buddy, but like. Others like there's a little bit of like sexual tension, and then like maybe she also feels that, and then like you guys explore it, and then like it turns out to like not be a thing.
Okay,
It is what it is.
that makes sense.
So sometimes you might need to like just you kind of have to see like what she's feeling and like what she's about, like poke like just like sort of see like where her mind is at with that. Like if she even finds you attractive.
Okay,
you know?
gotcha.
You gotta, because I mean I don't know how to introduce that topic, because typically I just go for it and then just see what happens. You do run the risk of, you can open it like it's a joke, but like you do run the risk of her like being weird or awkward for a little while. But like she'll get over it.
Okay.
They always do.
Okay, then actually that ain't too bad then.
Yeah, she'll get over it, because like, you know, she might think about it for like a little bit, but like if she like values the friendship, which she does, because like why else should she be friends with you? She'll continue wanting to be friends with you even if you've stated that you're attracted to her.
Okay. No, that definitely makes sense then.
So you're not necessarily destroying the friendship.
Okay. Yeah, then okay, yeah, no, that doesn't really sound like it's too bad of a risk then.
It's not super risky. If you want to explore the bad sides of that, like what's the worst case scenario you think if you expose your feelings for this woman?
Whoa.
Can we give this woman a name? It doesn't have to be an actual name.
Janae? I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So like Janae, you know, you guys are like laughing and giggling and shit. I want to fight.
Okay. But yeah, okay.
Like, yeah, okay. So y'all are chilling and all that. How are you approaching that?
I don't know. Part of me wants to like go on like more of the, I guess the word's advance.
Okay, how are you gonna advance?
I mean, good question. I mean, how would you
put you
go
on the
about?
spot? I put
I
you
was
on the
gonna say,
spot?
how would you go about with like foreplay, you know, as far as like,
Whoa, foreplay. Foreplay's a little bit much.
I was gonna say,
That's like base. That's like step 3, sir.
step 3. Okay.
You gotta open the
like,
conversation first. Y'all are talking, y'all are chilling, laughing, talking about whatever.
okay, I would just say it's just like keep on playing with me type of thing, just like.
I'll just be like, haha, you keep playing, you're gonna get
At that point, I mean, just like, yeah, that sort of thing. Just like,
no, I probably wouldn't do that for real. That's a very funny thing. I think there's a meme with that, with a guy saying that. But I feel like a good way to like maybe approach like showing that you're interested or attracted to like one of your friends would be like, hey, I don't know, y'all are talking, and she's giggling and shit, and you just be like, damn, you look kind of good today. I'm not gonna lie. You know, or like if she's wearing shorts or something, be like, ooh, you kind of thick. What's up? Well, you been hit the gym or something? Like,
that sort
you
of
been hitting
thing.
those squats, baby? Like, okay, maybe not all that, but like, you know,
But
yeah,
like, send like a compliment to her, like here and there, basically.
Yes, compliment her. Just like sort of like be playful with it, see how she reacts with it. Does she take the compliment well? Does she like make a little face like you know, like try and
depending
take
on that
notice of that, and
okay.
like maybe like do like 2 or 3 of those over the course of like a week.
Okay.
And then see like how she's reacting. And if you get some good reactions back, and here's the real play, if she like if she makes the compliment back, or like she like starts playing with you,
okay,
then you know,
okay, then there
like,
might be
okay,
something
then
there.
it's like, okay, it's a go, like we can move forward.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
But it has to be like a natural kind of compliment, nothing like too like don't go too far with it, you know.
Okay, I can do that then. I don't know.
Don't walk off and be like, your boobs look nice. Like, don't do that.
No, not that awkward
Like,
shit. I'll do that.
Like, please don't do that.
No. There's a difference between like, well, actually, there's a difference between like that awkward shit or just straight up just like.
Yeah, just do it like a genuine compliment. Like, okay, if we tone it all the way down, it's like, oh, hey, your hair looks really good today. You know.
Yeah.
Like I like the way that you dyed it. You know, it's purple today. It wasn't purple before.
Okay. Then I've actually done that before. Then, not necessarily with a friend or anything like that. Just like
with a girl you were interested in.
Yeah, just send her a compliment here and there.
Yeah, that's how did that turn out?
I mean. At the most, we got a conversation going, but it wasn't like anything like as far
Did you like invite her?
No, with no invitation, nothing like that. It didn't.
That
get
is
past
the next step, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
You need to invite her into like a date hangout situation.
Okay.
Which should consist of okay. Am I doing too much?
Well, as far as like, I don't know about too much.
This is also for the pod. This is for y'all out there. For the niggas out there who don't know what they're doing, this is the step-by-step access guide on like what you're supposed to do to like try and get women. Okay.
Yeah, and I obviously don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just learning. So I mean, hey, honestly, this could be on Patreon. Honestly,
this could be on Patreon. Exclusive. Okay. No, I'm not a dating coach or anything, but this is just like stuff that's worked for me in my life. You know, you want to pay a compliment, see where she's at with it. Are you getting good reactions? Okay. If this is a friend, you probably already have her contact and stuff. Just try and hang out alone with her. Like if you're normally hanging out in a group and you like, this is someone that you're interested in, try and like, you know, what's an activity that both of you guys could enjoy doing together? Go do that. And, you know, I want to say like progress from there.
Okay.
Some of it's like just natural and you got to go off instinct on like what to do and what not to do. Like a date should consist of like an activity, some food, and then like some rest and relaxation time afterward.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
That doesn't necessarily mean sex. It just means like being in an intimate like location with them that you're able to like sit and really, explore like their mind.
Okay. All right. No, that makes sense.
I think a lot of guys. I'm sorry, because I broke it down to a science to get myself like to how to do stuff. But like a lot of guys are like so like aggressive about trying to like get sex or like trying to do so much. They're like, oh, I'm gonna fuck. Like, relax, sir.
I mean, that's gonna scare them off more than anything. That's gonna scare them off.
Absolutely, that's gonna calm them down. That's gonna scare them off. So like, calm down. It's not about that. You'll get there if it's right. If she's feeling you, okay. Like she will allow stuff if she's into it. Okay. What you need to do is just calm down and like see where she's at. Like, what's she about? Is she even the kind of girl that you want in your life? Is she the kind of girl that you want to have a spiritual, physical connection with? You know, being inside of someone is literally the closest you will ever get to another person physically. So like you want to take care and make sure that you're doing that with chicks that are worth it, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
I say all this like I have standards.
I mean, that's true.
I have standards.
That's true. I can't pat mouth any ones you've been with. Shoot, at least that you told me about.
Yeah, you've seen a couple of girls I've dated.
Yeah,
you've met a couple of them, I think.
Yeah, I met a few of them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I got no problems with them or anything like bad mouth and nothing like that. They seem like
good people. Genuine. I only date good girls. I really do.
Yeah, they're very decent women. Shoot. You got taste, my guy.
I appreciate that. I
will say that.
The audience is going, so why are you single? Don't worry about that.
Listen, we're focused on our goals here.
Exactly. I'm focused on my goals.
Oh yeah, I guess.
And my 3 wives.
Yeah, that too. Build your village up, King.
Facts. Okay.
So that's honestly that's a bar for like all of us out here, though, for real. I will say that. But I think I don't know if we have anything else to touch on as far as that, but
with the dating stuff, no, I think I think people can like take the information that was laid out there and sort of do what they need to do with that. I feel like most people have enough common sense or like instinct to be able to get the best out of that situation, and know what is right and what isn't, like, for them. Because you can get into that situation, get like really close to a chick, and then realize like, oh yeah, I actually don't want to do this. You're annoying. Like, I mean, it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I can smell that from a mile away, probably. So, I mean, at the very least. So
yeah. So like, it's all like evaluating like what it is and what it is, what you do want, what you don't want, what it is and what it isn't. So, yeah.
Indeed. I know I for sure will take heed to all that advice, as shall all of you who,
it's for anybody who needs it.
Yeah, anyone.
I need some of that too. I'm not gonna lie, because I fall back on my own rules and stuff all the time. It is what it is,
Yeah, hey, that's why we have them.
Yeah.
But yeah, anywho, like, comment, share.
Yeah, that's
subscribe.
That's a good spot to end it. Yes, like we say, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you next week.
Yeah. We got
socials down below.
Yeah, and Instagram in the works.
All right.